Today, we step into a pivotal chapter of history, a story that connects the past to the present. Who is Joseph, the biblical figure sold into slavery, and what does his story reveal about the lineage of Black Americans, Islanders, and Black Latinos who share a heritage of resilience? Let's uncover the truth. Egyptian pharaohs and the timeline of Joseph's story. Let's take a moment to consider the pharaoh who ruled during Joseph's time as Pharaoh's right-hand man. The Bible tells us Joseph was sold into slavery around 1899 BC. Knowing who ruled Egypt during this period isn't just an exercise in history. It's a key to unlocking the truth about the skin tone of the Egyptians and the Hebrew Israelites. Joseph and his brothers were descendants of Shem through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This lineage is vital to understanding the origins of Black Americans, Islanders, and Black Latinos with a history of enslavement. We are descendants of Shem, not Ham, the progenitor of African nations, but our shared bloodlines and intermarriage connect us all to peoples of color. The Middle Kingdom of Egypt. Joseph's rise to power occurred during Egypt's Middle Kingdom, from approximately 2061 BC to 1688 BC. This era saw the reigns of notable pharaohs from the 11th and 12th dynasties, including Mentuhotep II, Amenemhat I, and Senusret I through Senusret III. Based on historical approximations, Joseph began serving Pharaoh around 1886 BC, placing him in the court of Amenemhat III, or a pharaoh shortly thereafter. Take a look at these pharaohs. Their African features are unmistakable. These depictions show us how the Egyptians saw themselves: proud, powerful, and undeniably Black. Joseph and his brothers. When Joseph's brothers arrived in Egypt seeking food, they bowed before him without realizing who he was. Joseph recognized them immediately, but they didn't recognize him. Why? Because Joseph looked like an Egyptian. Joseph took everything from within him to not burst into tears and embrace them all. As they stood there, they had to bow down to pay homage to him out of respect for who he was and his position. If you recall the dream that Joseph had when he was a boy, of his brothers bowing down to him, Joseph instantly was reminded of how his dream had come to pass within that moment. Rather than resentment, Joseph had so much forgiveness in his heart towards what his brothers had done to him. He loved them so much that nothing mattered. Now, as the brothers approached to receive their portion of food, they spoke with Joseph and had absolutely no clue to whom they were speaking with. If Joseph had been a fair-skinned man among the dark-skinned Egyptians, he would have stood out like a sore thumb. Instead, he blended in seamlessly with his royal garments and Black features, just like the Egyptians around him. This fact further supports the Black lineage of Joseph and his family. The Hebrews of the Bible, including Joseph, were people of color, just like the Egyptians. Joseph's family and legacy. Joseph's life in Egypt also included a marriage to Asenath, the daughter of an Egyptian priest. Together, they had two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. These sons became two of the most prominent tribes of Israel, as outlined in the book of Joshua. Their lineage continued as Black descendants of Joseph, further emphasizing the rich heritage of the Hebrew people. Joseph's story is a testament to resilience, faith, and the undeniable connections between the Hebrew and Egyptian peoples of color. If you're ready to dive deeper into this history and uncover more about our lineage, check out my book, where I explore this topic in greater detail. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more groundbreaking revelations. Thank you for watching.